Hello everyone, good morning. I am Sagar Patil, working as a Fiori consultant in International Golden Group IGG. In today's session, we will be seeing SAP UI5 development using VS Code, which is a free source code editor developed by Microsoft. To develop UI5 applications, most of us use either Eclipse by installing the pre-required plugins in it or Web IDE provided by SAP. Then you must start asking me, then if we already have those editor, why should we use VS Code editor? What is it? How it is useful in developing the apps? What is the or what are the benefits I am going to get if I start using VS Code and so on? Many questions might arise. Guys, in today's session, we will try to explore on all these areas. Hope your questions, doubts will be cleared at the end of the session. As I said, VS Code Editor is a cross-platform, meaning you can use it in Linux, Mac OS, or Windows. It's a free source code editor with the intelligence code completion and debugging features. With VS Code Editor, we can create, build, and debug the apps very easily. You don't have to struggle much or start understand. You don't have to spend much time in understanding the editor itself. All are very handy in this. With it supports many languages, let's say AngularJS, React.js, Node.js, and so many. And you really don't have to worry about keep switching the development editors for the different languages. If you want to just switch in developing the apps with the different languages, you can have a common editor and start developing in it, as it provides extensions to build your applications of your choice. VS Code also offers lot many good features like syntax highlighting, bracket matching, auto indentation, basic code completion, and also have so many keyboard shortcuts which makes your development very easy. Best part of VS Code is extensions. For most of the scenarios, these extensions work out of the box with no configurations required or with a very minimal configurations. So you have to focus more on your development rather than these extensions and how to integrate these extensions into your working apps. So by adding extensions, you can make it as your own editor, meaning customizing the every feature as per your requirements. And also installing this extension doesn't slow down your VS Code editor. Also, with the VS Code, we can connect to different accounts, like you can connect to GitHub accounts and share the code, means import and export the code very easily. Also, you can share your screen, means you can do live sharing of your screen where you can work with your friends, and which makes your development more interactive and very easy also. Now let's see how we can use this VS Code editor to develop SAP UI5 apps in group IGG. So today let's see how we can start coding UI5 using Visual Studio. So for that, UI5 tooling comes into uh, handy. So what is UI5 tooling? It's an open source project built using Node.js platform, and it helps us to develop uh, CLI based modular, configurable, and extensible apps using UI5 framework. So oh, let's see how it has evolved. So before 2018, so it was a beta version. It was a Maven based. It was developed using Java. Then it was not much more into open source. So then they thought they can make it open source so that they can leverage the benefits of other open source tools to make the development much more easier. So in 2018, they came up with they released first UI5 tooling. So It was Node.js based. Earlier it was Maven based, and now they made it as a Node based. So in April 1, 2020, they came up with a new version, that is UI Tooling 2.0. And for that, also the major improvement was now the UI5 modules are available as a npm modules. You can download as npm modules and use it in your projects. You don't have to depend on the cdns. So with the help of this UI5 tooling, what you can build, so we can build different applications. We can build theme libraries, like you can build a specific theme resources for specific controls, and we can develop libraries like reusable components which can be used across the applications. We can build modules. The modules are like third-party applications or third-party tools that you can build and integrate with our existing UI5 applications. So once if you want to have this UI5 application using a UI5 tooling, the main file that comes into picture or that you keep on repeatedly hearing is YAML file. So what is YAML file? So YAML file is a file used to which holds the configurations required for the UI5 tooling based projects. So YAML is a human readable data serialization language which is used to store the configuration in the projects. So basically it holds all configurations related to the UI5 tooling. And with the help of this UI5 tooling, what all we can do, along with the available tasks and build functionalities and server functionalities, we can add our own custom tasks, our own custom server middlewares and project streams. So with the help of these custom tasks, we can enhance the build functionality, and with the help of this custom server middleware, we can enhance the server functionalities like reloading of the application, automatic reload. There are many more that we will discuss in later session. And project sims is nothing but like using third-party applications, how to use third-party like let's say functionalities or third-party tools in our application. So that can be achieved using project sims. So let's see. So first, if you want to have a custom tasks, let's say I want to after developing application, there is no standard way to deploy. As we deploy the applications using WebIDE and Eclipse, so here it doesn't come with the deployment option. So just if you want to have a deployment option, means like if you want to just push this your application to the ABAP server, just we can build it as a custom tasks, or this custom task is already available as open source in GitHub repository. Just you can use it as a custom task and push your application to the backend server. How to do it, we will see it. And server middlewares. Let's say if you want to have this simple proxy to avoid this cross issues, we can have a simple proxy middleware, this one. And also if you want to connect to the Northwind service, there also you might face issues like cross-domain issues. So you can avoid such things using this custom middleware configurations that we will be maintaining in the UI5 YAML files. We will see all these things in the live demo. Also, if you want to have this project sims, as I told, if you want to use let's say Lodash, this is a JS file that is used to have a different JavaScript functionalities. Let's say I want to have a unique number of the take out the unique numbers from the array. Instead of me doing the code, just I can use the functionalities given by the Lodash. So if you want to use such a third-party JS libraries or something, just you can configure it as a project streams, then we can use it in our UI5 applications. So just to start like building applications using Visual Studio Code. So for this UI5 tooling, the prerequisites required are like Visual Studio Code and Node.js. So Visual Studio Code is a free source code editor developed by Microsoft, and it helps to develop uh, web-based applications and cloud-based applications. So Node.js, it's a JavaScript runtime which helps to execute the JavaScript code outside the browser. So the prerequisite is like the Node.js should be more than 10.2. I think current version is 12 dot something, some thing. And you can find these the links I have mentioned here, where you can go and download Visual Studio. It's free, and also you can download Node.js here. That's also free. So, before beginning, the question might arise like how I can start, developing the projects, UI5 projects with the help of this UI5 tooling. So there are many ways to begin with. Let's say if you have already one project developed in SAP Web IDE, just what you can do is with the help of template, create a SAP UI5 applications in the Web IDE, and just export it to your local, then import it in here again, and start building. So nowadays, like with the help of this Business Studio application, all the Web IDE projects are enabled to work with the UI5 tooling, meaning now it will have the project configuration that supports UI5 tooling. So just you can import those and start developing in the Visual Studio. And what if I have some applications which are built earlier and which doesn't support UI5 tooling? Still, we can import them and we can configure them with some the required files like package.json and YAML file, and we can make it to work with the UI5 tooling. And also, we can generate the project structure required for UI5 tooling with the help of like tools available like Yeoman generator, Yeoman tooling. So we can go with that one. Or else one more option is we can import it from the Git repository already available. So now let's see how to set up the existing projects for UI5 tooling. As I said, let's say if you have a project which is not supported earlier with the UI5 tooling, how to make it available. So what we can do is just import it, create a project, folder in VS Code. We'll show how to create and import it in the VS Code. So for that, just run this command npm install global CLI. So what it does, it installs the command required node modules required to support this UI5 tooling. So if you want to have, if that project doesn't support, doesn't have a package.json, just inside the go to that directory and just run npm init yes. So what it does, it generates the package.json file, which is very much essential for the Node.js based application because it contains the dependencies required to run this application. So, and if you want to generate a YAML file which contains the configurations required to run the UI5 tooling application, run this UI5 init command. So, and so what it does, it generates the npm this YAML file, and it which will be having the configurations required for the UI5 tooling. And once it offers the UI5 tooling specification version 2.0 onwards, it offers an flexible option to use either you want to use Open UI5 or SAP UI5 libraries. And there are commands like UI5 add SAP. This command helps to add the required libraries to your applications, and you can build using UI5 build all, and you can serve the application and run on localhost using UI5 server. We will see these things. And what if I don't have any project structure? I want to freshly start with the command line interface here. I don't want to import from anywhere. I want to start it here. So then this Yeoman generator comes handy. So what is Yeoman generator? Yeoman, it's a scaffolding tool for modern based web apps. What does it mean? So it helps to generate the project structure which contains the files and that supports UI5 tooling. So it will generate you the folder structures to kickstart the project. So before that, we should have our npm this Yeoman installed globally. So as some node package module. So what is the command? The npm install -g yo. This installs the Yeoman repositories required for our projects in globally. So next is npm install -g yo @SAP UI5 generator the templates. What it does? So it provides the by default UI5 tooling doesn't come with the capability to generate the project structure. With this help of this command, we can generate the templates like we want to generate work list template, object list based template, or master detail templates like that. We want to have those templates in our application. So this this command helps to generate those templates. Then you can see where these modules are stored. I will show those things also while demoing. Then once the templates are available, what we can do is we can go and create one empty folder inside the application. I think I will start building applications so that it will be much easier to understand. Okay, let me clear. Okay, once you install the Visual Studio Code, you can just open. Once it is up and running, you can see like this is how it looks like. So here there are many options. Why it is very handy.
Sagar, I think the screen is not shared.
The screen is not shared.
Can you share again, Sagar?
Sure. I think till now you guys were able to see it, right?
Yeah, we were able to see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just try sharing. Yeah, I think it's fine.
How about now?
Yeah, it is fine.
Now, can you able to see Visual Studio Code?
Yes.
Visual Studio?
Yeah, yes. Maybe you can show it again from the beginning.
See. Now?
Yeah.
Now I'm
no, it's
opening
fine.
this visual. Yeah, you guys can see it, right?
I hope everyone also are able to see.
Are you able to see this Visual Studio?
Yes, we're able to see.
Yes, we can see.
Yeah, hi guys. Okay, let's start building this project in Visual Studio Code. This is how it looks like. This is the Explorer where we can see our all projects and workspace, and this is where the place to publish to GitHub and connect to the GitHub and clone from the GitHub. And this is like extension. If you want to have extensions, like let's say I want to have a GitHub extension so that I can clone projects from my GitHub repository. So this is how this provides the space to install the required extension in our projects. So this is the SQL tools if you want to have, and live share. The best part of this Visual Visual Studio, what I liked is the live sharing. You can just share with your friends. You can so if you have any doubts, just you can share with your friends, and even he can access from his system. Just you can code together. So and see, I will show you. I had already logged into GitHub. Just to I'll show you how to log into GitHub and what are the required prerequisites for that one. So now I think let's start project. So and there are some, okay, let's say the first part is to open command terminal. How you can do, just press control uh, uh, control and this button, like the button which is just below the escape button. So what it does, it will open you the terminal. I think you can see the commands also. Just to, if you are a beginner, show all commands. Like if you want to open a command palette, just Control Shift P, or function F1 also serves for this one. And if you want to open a terminal, just press this Control and this button. So to begin with, I will open a command, terminal. Okay, I am in this folder. Just let me go back. So this is where my workspace is residing. So I am into, okay, first what we need to do is, first we need to create one empty folder. So I'll create a folder. Let's say demo app, and I will move to the demo app. So this is a command mkdir. What it does is it creates a directory in your file structure. So let's say what are the things. So it doesn't contain anything. If you can see this now. So it doesn't have anything. So it's an empty folder that I have created. Okay. So first let's say whether I have installed this human generator. Why this is required? This is required to generate the templates required for our UI5 tooling. Yeah. So it installs the human nodes. I think I have just I'll show you where it is actually. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, Sagar.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the global path where all the node modules are getting stored inside your C drive. This is the file. So this human. Yeah, you can see once I run this command. There's some network issue. So it's downloading the required modules.
In case, guys, if you're wondering what is Yeoman, right? What Sagar is installing. This is a open source project. Yeoman is an open source project where anyone can download and anyone can use it. So SAP, instead of recreating everything from the scratch, if you see WebID is there, if you guys know WebID, SAP WebID, so all these templates and all, SAP has to invest a lot of time in generating the templates itself, the framework, the structure, everything, right? So they have to spend a lot of time. So instead of doing all that, SAP is using one of the open source tool called Yeoman. So they are using it and then they are uploading the templates there. So uploading templates is very simple part. They don't need to create any framework. So that is one of the major advantages of having open source and where Git is playing a major role.
So basically, this UI5 CLI is a thin client. So they didn't come up with all the functionality within CLI UI5 CLI client itself. So what they made, so whatever the basic requirements to develop the UI5 application, they kept it in UI5 CLI, and they are using the other capabilities like this Yeoman to generate the project structure from Yeoman, like TypeScript functionalities. If they want to have, they have already TypeScript scripting tool, and if they want to use the capabilities of this VS Code, so just they're integrating with the already available open source tools. So I think now it is ready. So I have installed this Yeoman globally. Now what I can do is I'll be able to to have this project templates. What we can do is we have to install these templates also. So and I have already created an empty project, empty folder. So I was like, let's say I was here, I have created a empty folder demo app. So now I'm moving to that one. So now I want to have this project structures, and it means I want to create a project inside this folder. So this is the command. So yo @SAP template. What it does, it will see. So it basically pop-ups an option to generate application. So let's say it started asking me, okay, provide the name. So what is the name of the application that you want to give? So let's say, let me say customer details, something. Okay, what is the module namespace? So namespace we need to give to identify this app uniquely. Dot let's say. Okay, whether you want to build a Fiori worklist application. So these are the templates, as I said. So once we install this command, with this help of this command, it's now asking us, okay, what are the templates available? It's prompting us to template so that we can choose from. Okay, let me choose this Fiori worklist application. Okay, what is the title that you want to give? Let's say. So you might be wondering why, from where this customer is coming. So I had built some applications previous. If it basically it shows the previously used commands. So I had chosen this customer. Okay, let me reuse that one. If you're running for the first time, it won't show. It will just prompt for the title. Just you can, based on your requirement, you give your titles. Okay, description. Let's say customer details. So if you have used WebID, there also you will find the same details to enter. So now you want to create a standalone application or launchpad. So let me choose the standalone application. And this is the way, like this is the URL from where you want to consume the data. For a demo purpose, I'm using Northwind service. So let's copy this. Okay, what is the data source? Just instead of this is like shorthand assignment for the above mentioned URL. Okay, inside this Northwind. Okay, let me open this and show customers. Customers. This is the Northwind service where you can consume for your demo purposes. Okay, let's say just I want to consume the customer details and use it in my applications. This is the service provided by Northwind. So what is the collection name? Like meaning what I'm interested to get this. So this is what I have used here. object name is customers. Just I want to build an customers demo application, so I'm using this one. This is the object collection, and is the object collection ID. Like what is the key parameter? Just like you want to have, like let's say I'm using this. What are the things that you are interested to show in this application? Just mention some parameters. Later on, you can go and change in the code also. Let's say title and numeric. Since there is no numeric, just I am making use of some numeric fields available here, like this postal code. Okay, I will skip this unit of measure. So see, you can see this. It's generating the project for us. So it is very simple. So now how to access this project? Now let's say click here. Let's go to file, then add folder to workspace. So I think I have created in demo app. Yeah, this one. Fine. See, so this is the option to collapse. See, you can see now this app is created with this project structure. So initially I have created an empty folder demo app which has nothing in it. Now with the help of this human generator, it has developed the project structure required to start the project. You can see this project structure is there. So you can see, as I was explaining earlier, this UI5.yaml file is already generated. So as I said, it contains.
Can you do Control Shift P again? I think it might go.
1 second.
Escape or something inside that.
See, you can see if the project is generated with the help of human. So you can see this UI5.yaml file and package.json also. So as I said earlier, this YAML file contains the configurations required for the application. So as I showed in the slides also, these are the main types of the parameters which this application must contain. So what is this? The specification version. So this is a UI5 Tooling specification version. So earlier it was 1.0. Now the latest one is 2.0. We'll be using 2.0 because we can use the better functionalities. I will show those things also, and just the metadata name. This is just the name of the application and type. So this is important, guys. The type. What type of applications you guys are going to create? Whether it's an application or it's a library or it's a module. So this parameter defines what it is going to be. So we are interested to develop an application. So by default, it takes a type as an application. And I was explaining you about the custom middlewares and the custom tasks. If we generate the application with the help of human generator, by default, it adds the custom middleware. That is simple proxy. You can see all the middlewares are prefixed with this UI5 middleware, and all the tasks that I have explained will be prefixed with the UI5 tasks. So with the help of this human generator, if you are developing the application, generating the application, by default, it will add this custom middleware to your UML file, and we'll see what is there in the package.json. So this file holds the dependencies required to run this project. So you might be seeing the dependencies that has been listed over there. That is UI5 simple proxy, and you need to add it as in a UI5 dependencies also, like this. So basically, this file contains the dependencies required for this to run this application. So now next, let's move on. So one thing. So now let's say, since these are we are not sure whether this project template is being updated or not. It might be generating the old template, but let's to be updated and to be on the latest version. We'll try to update the required dependencies. For that, there is a one npm module, npm check updates. So what it does, it gives the models required to check the updates that are required in our application, or to update our applications. So let's wait to install this one. Again, this gets installed in this node modules folders. You can see this package is updated. With this data, and after this one we can just see run this one. I will show you. Yeah, spec version. So what it does, it will try to update our packages, and you can see, guys, from this UI5 has been updated from this 1.141 version to 2.4.2, and UI5 middleware simple proxy is also updated. So here, inside the package rotation, so earlier these were like older versions. Now they have been updated to the higher version with this command. So now once we are updated with this one, now what we can do is we can install these modules inside our working folder. You can see there are node modules here. If you want to have these things inside our projects, just we'll install those modules so that it will support our application. And the means it will download the required modules to run our applications inside our current working project. So you can see it started loading the required node modules inside our demo app. Might take some time. Yeah, you can see it is updated now. All the required modules are loaded into our application. And just okay, I think now we are good to go with the application. We will be let's build this application. So either you can use just the command to build npx UI5 build. So what is this npx? So it's node package executable command. It tries to build the application. If it doesn't have node modules required to build the application, it first downloads locally, then executes this command. Let's build this application. So you can see build is succeeded, and once the build is succeeded, you can see one project gets folder gets created, dist. So what is this? This you can say this is the project which contains the minified versions of the files which are required to, which are there in our web app folder. Same thing like this. Like this folder gets created once you publish your project to the backend server. Same thing here also you can do with the help of this. It is if you want to run it locally, and with the help of this dist folder, it loads the application very fast and helps to test very easily and all. So once it is done, let's serve it this application. So the command is to npx UI5 serve. So what it does? So it creates this opens the application in localhost. You can see now our application start listening in this port. What if I want to open this this project in localhost with a specific file? Like I want to open this run this application with the index.html. So I have an option. Because if you are in the middle of any command running, and if you want to come out, just Control C, press Control C. It will ask if you really want to terminate this job. Just yes. Now you are out of that one. Again, type is serve. Okay, serve with the option -o. What file you want to serve? Index.html. So I want to open this application with this index.html. So now see, you can see it has opened the application in a browser with the index.html file. So it serves with this file. So you can see now our application is up and running now with the customer details, whatever I have given. So this is the basic steps to open our application. Now we will see okay, and we are not sure, like at this point of time we want to make a decision. Okay, I want to use open UI5 libraries, or just I want to go to I will be interested to use only SAP UI5 framework. So that also you have that choice from, and that choice is being provided from this SAP UI5 specific question, spec question 1.0. Let's I will show both the options. Let's say I'm interested to use this latest libraries available in SAP UI5. So what I can do is I can cancel this running job. See now we have just a configuration to use the simple proxy. So nothing is generated. Just keep looking at this file. You'll see it will throw error now. See what is the error? So use requires the specific version is minimum specific version required is 2.2 to have an option to choose the required libraries like a required version. So this is what I was telling, like specific version 2.2, which was released in April 1st 2020. So it is released recently. With this improvement we can have an option to choose the required frameworks. So now I will be able to use the SAP the latest inside my application. See guys, this configuration has been added in our application. So it uses the SAP UI5 with the 1.81.0. And if you want to use, like let's say SAP UI5, let's say open UI5, use an option to use the open UI5 libraries also. See, you guys, it is updated with the open UI5. So it's up to us based on the requirements. So we'll be using the framework which we are interested in. And what if I want to add some particular libraries? Let's say UI5 core, SAPM, like inside this configuration file, I can choose npx UI5 add. This gives an option to add the required libraries. See, now you guys can see I have added these things. Why these are required? Let's say I have some application with two, 3 pages, and I want to load asynchronously once the application started. So I can mention those dependencies here. So once it is done, now let's say, so this is a basic application that we are running now. So what if I want to have other features? Like as I was telling, I want to have add some more features to this application that makes my build process very easy, because the main motivation behind this developing UI5 tooling is to enhance the efficiency of the build developers. So let's go and see what is this this adding middlewares and tasks. So by default this simple proxy is already added here, and if you see this index.html, now we are getting the data from the CDN. 1 second. I'll show you. Okay, guys, let's see here. So now the requests are coming with from the CDN. So I want to maintain the proxy for this one. So this is possible from 2.0 onwards. So what it happens, all the resources service. Okay, I will maintain a simple proxy for to serve the resources instead of directly accessing the service, that is this resources from this CDN. Okay. For that there is a specific syntax. I have used it here, so just I will copy paste that syntax from this application so that it will be easy. Okay, already one simple proxy is there for this Northwind service. Likewise, I can have one more for this one. Okay, let me uncomment it. And see guys, this sorry, this is the maintaining the project structure is very important. In the project indentation is very important. Let's say if I try to build it now, it will np. Let's use a command npx. UI5 build. So let's try to build the application. So you can see indentation. There's an issue error. Bad indentation is maintained. So it doesn't. So since it's a configuration file, the indentation is very much important. So I can see here. Okay, there is extra space. Try to build it again. Yeah, now you guys can see it is built successfully. And now and we'll try to serve this application now. So what it did, well, by adding this simple proxy, so all the requests which are uh, going through this all the requests which are going for this next this HANA on demand to fetch the resources now are tunneled through this slash resources mount path. So now also you can see application is up and running, and I will comment out this simple proxy which is maintained for this Northwind service. Let's say comment and see what is the effect. So it's coming from this source. One second, guys. Let's say I can build it again. So now we have commented the part which is required to fetch the data from the northbound services. Now I have commented it won't serve me the data. I think data is coming from the cache. That's why you are able to see the data. But once we do this one, it fails to load the data actually. Maybe we'll open it in inspect. We'll see. See, it says metadata is filled, so it's unable to uh, fetch the data from this service. So by that help, by adding this custom middleware, we are able to reach this service and serve our application. Now see, it says metadata field. So I have uncommented it again. So this is how this serves as simple proxy to reach this service and fetches the data. Let's build and run again. No need to build again, just to I'm making sure, like, if you want to use this to keep this dist folder update, I'm building it again and again. So once it is done, again we will serve and see. Okay guys, now you can see this is how they use up the simple proxy server, and the simple proxy used for fetching the resources and the fetching the data from this service. If, you might be seeing, if you are developing in the using web ID logo, not this in cloud account, if you are using this Northwind services, it says okay, there is a issue in a cross issue, and also that all you can avoid using this.
There is some disturbance. We are not able to hear you properly.
Hello.
Yeah, fine.
Hello. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, it
Hello?
is fine. Yeah, it is fine.
Yeah, okay, guys.
Yes, fine.
Yeah, okay. Let's say if you are using directly running applications using let's say cloud version, then and there you will find this cross up issue. But using this simple proxy, you can avoid those things. Now, let's see how to use this. I will show you another good middleware where we can use this live reload functionalities. What does this mean? Let's say where is this my application running? Yeah. Okay, this is the application. Suppose if I change some some content inside the my projects, and that won't get affected, reflected it in the browser, I need to refresh it again. But using this live reload middleware, that changes are affected instantly. Let's say okay, let me change this title of the worklist title, let's say from customer. If I want to change this to some any other name, so you cannot see that this is being reflected here. For that, I need to go and refresh it again. See, now you can see this is the changes in. What if I want to have live reload, means as soon as I change the application, it should build and serve it instantly. For that, we will be using the middleware, custom middleware called as live reload. We will see how to use it. Okay, guys. Oh, this is to have, this is the npm command. To npm install UI5 middleware live reload. So as I said, all the middlewares. So beauty of this is you can develop your own middleware and add it to the UI5 tooling application. So what this middleware does, so middleware, it enhances the server capabilities. Like this, the server capabilities of, earlier this server doesn't have a capability to refresh automatically. Now with the help of this middleware, live reload middleware, we are adding, means we are extending this application with this functionality. Okay, so this saved, it saves locally. This hyphen save hyphen dev, this command is used to save the node modules locally, and if you're using g hyphen g, that is used to store globally. So I think it's just we are interested to have this functionality middleware for this application only. So I'll be using this hyphen dev saved and dev. Let's say, okay, once you run this middleware, what are the changes that I know that will come into our applications, and what are the changes that we need to do manually, that we'll also see. So this live middleware, live reload middleware. See guys, you can see now this project, this node model is added to our node dependencies, local node dependencies. This is the one first change that we have noticed. Then even this package.json file gets updated. See, you guys can see earlier this was not there. Now it has got added into the dev dependencies. But one more thing what we have to do is, it doesn't have the capability to add in UI5 dev dependencies. Just you need to copy this and maintain it in UI5 dependencies also. So this is the one change that we should notice. We should maintain in the UI5 dependencies. Any tasks or any middlewares that you are adding, it gets automatically updated here, but we need to add it here in the UI5 dev dependencies. So this is the first change. And you don't need to save the files in this VS Code. It gets automatically saved. And there is a syntax.
You have to add a live reload, man, instead of you added it twice. You added it twice in package. It should be live reload.
Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, I think it got added second time. No, I thought second one is that. Okay. So I have added in the UI5 dev dependencies. Now we'll go and configure this YAML file to have the live reload functionality. So there is a syntax for that one. I think you guys can see the syntax like in the UI5 tooling site provided. So how to add live middlewares and tasks and all. So let's just copy from the one which I have used already. This is a simple proxy. Not really. Simple proxy. Probably it's not here. Wait guys, give me a second. Yeah, here it goes. Okay, this is the file. Okay, guys, I'll be adding this live reload functionalities here. See, now, as I said, the indentation is very much important. Just I have pasted it here again. It will give me an error if I try to build it again. It says like bad indentation error. So see, you guys can see the bad indentation. So it's very much necessary to maintain the indentation, and it should be all aligned. Once it is done, so what it is doing, so this is the name of the middleware that I'm adding, that is UI5 middleware live reload. And what is this after middleware compression. So this is the standard middleware provided by the UI5. Like what it does, once you try to build, it tries to compress all the resources and try to it creates a folder called as dist where it will find the all compressed and uglified resources. So after that model is ran, then our middleware starts running. That is reload. So what are these things? Configuration. So what are where it has to affect, like let's say if I makes any changes in XML files or JSON file or property files, then these changes should be visible, reflected immediately in the browser. So this is a root path for our application. Let's say now let's run and see how it works. Let me build it again. So now build is successful, and let's try to serve it using through index.html file.
Sagar, we are running more time. Maybe
I'll finish another 5 times.
Okay,
See,
sure.
we'll try to change it, instantly. So earlier we had to refresh the browser. Now we'll see how it can be, how it works inside the. Okay, let's try to change some, properties again. Let's say. This resource is coming from cache resources. I will try to open it in incognito windows. Yeah, guys, now we can see customer. Let me change it. See, you can see this application is reloading itself. You don't have to manually refresh the things. Like if I change anything, it immediately reflected over the browser. So this is how we this live reload middleware functionality works. Hope you guys are clear with this. And now we will see how to add custom tasks. So the functionality, usage of this adding middlewares is to enhance the server capabilities. So now if I want to use is enhance the functionality of build process, I can go and add the custom tasks. So how to add the custom task? Or you might be wondering, okay, where can I find this list of custom tasks and now custom middlewares? Okay, I think we have one. Okay, 1 second, guys. I think I have maintained here in the presentation slides. Yeah, task and middlewares are available. Okay, 1 second. I'll show you. Okay, this is just the one example I have showed how to use the live reload functionality. If you want to go and explore more, you can see it here. See, already we have available tasks and middlewares. So you can go to the available there are many other tasks, and the middlewares available. Just I showed you one simple proxy and live reload. Like that, you can go and explore other middleware functionalities. Okay, maybe I can show you one functionalities like zipper. If you want to use this, like let's say you have developed in one project, you want to zip it and store it in your just local folder just for your reference or something. So this is the command. Again, the same process goes on. Just you try to install this, and and then maintain dependencies in the project package.json and maintain the structure in the YAML file. Yeah, I'll be installing this UI5 zipper. So guys, I won't be taking much time. Just it's 5 more minutes to go. So I think, see, you can see this has been added. once it is you can go and check the project.json. See, this has been added here automatically. Now you will just copy this one and maintain it in the UI5 dependencies also. Once it is done, hello? Yeah, guys. Then we'll maintain it in the this one. So this is the one. So I'll be maintaining it here. Server. And one more thing, guys, you just notice the middlewares were under this tag under server because we are custom middlewares are used to enhance the server functionality, so it comes under server tag, but this is used to enhance the building capabilities. So this custom task comes under builder tag, and they are prefixed with the UI5 tasks, and whereas middlewares are prefixed with the UI5 middlewares. This is how to differentiate between task and this one. Okay, what is the name of this is the task is UI5 zipper, and after once the folder is uglified, this is again standard task run by the framework. After this task, we are going to run our task. And okay, what is the file name that you want to zip it? You can give it any name, like let's say ABC or something. Just give it the name that you want to zip your resources into, and run this one. So again, just build once, and we will once the build is successful. See, you can see it here. Now it is this. We have added this task as a part of build process. You can see running UI5 task zipper. What it did. So guys, just go and check it here inside this dist folder. It got created one zip file here. So this is how we can enhance the capabilities of our applications. So I can show you it here, like so users infos demo app. Okay, you guys can see here inside the dist folder it has created this abc.zip. Just you can go and copy, just if you want to see what it contains, just extract and see. You'll be seeing all the contents that we have seen here. See, it downloaded the zip the all project content and showed us. So this is how we can there are many other tasks and middlewares. So guys, just to I'll be winding up it. And if you want to you might be wondering how I can deploy this application to the server. So for that I have this thing. I won't be, due to time constraint, I won't be demoing this one. So deployment for this, just you need to maintain this NW ABAP RC folder file with this file format .nw ABAP RC, and in that you just maintain this details, like what is the base you want to maintain, like from the base structure.
Sagar, you can show if you already have created one application. You can show that just in the
yeah, I can show in 2 minutes. Code. Yeah, sure, I'll show it. The username, password, what is the transport package, and what is the transport request, and if you are using it any this thing using any other package G packages, then there is option to maintain the transport order also. Like this you can maintain. So we'll show you. So NW this thing. So NW ABAP. Okay guys, this is the one I was showing you. We need to maintain with this extension, inside the root folder. Let's maintain it here. So I have maintained .nw code. Once it is maintained, so we need to run this npx nwabap upload command. Npx nwabap upload. So probably I might not be see it says the connection is successful. If all the details are correct, it says the connection is successful. But you might be seeing one error. What is it? You are not an authorized to create this one, because I am using some SAP demo server where I have only access to read the details, not to post. So if you have just maintain your server details here, if you have an access to post, it gets posted here in your ABAP server. And just if in case if you want to upgrade your projects, like let's say you're in specific version spec version UI5 Tooling 1.2, just you run this npm install globally and locally also. Yeah, I think in today's session we had seen what is VS Code, how to use it to develop your app, and how to deploy the apps that we have developed into the ABAP server. So start using VS Code editor, and it helps you guys to leverage the benefits of open source tools and the latest app building features that other cutting edge technologies are already using. There are many posts and blogs on developing UI apps using VS Code. So go through it and make the most benefit out of it. So thank you guys. See you soon. Bye.